Welcome to the deep dive. So we've gotten a ton of requests for this one.
We have.
We're finally going to compare two of the absolute biggest names in shared hosting, Hostinger and Bluehost.
Yeah.
Our mission today is pretty simple.
Yeah.
We want to cut through all the marketing hype and really figure out which one is actually better for you.
And it's such a great comparison because it's a clash of two very different philosophies, you know?
How so?
Well, you have Hostinger, which is kind of the newer kid on the block. Their whole identity is built on aggressive pricing, modern tech, and just raw speed.
And then you have Bluehost.
Exactly. The industry titan. They lean so heavily on that official WordPress.org endorsement.
Which makes them the default choice for, like, millions of people just starting out.
The perceived safe choice, for sure.
Okay, so let's unpack the technology first, because this seems to be where the real differences begin.
It's the core of it, really.
Hostinger is running a much more modern stack. We're talking Lightspeed servers, NVM storage, and their own custom dashboard, the H panel.
And that Lightspeed part is crucial. It's not just a brand name. Unlike older tech like Apache, it is built to handle lots of visitors at once without falling over.
So if you get a small traffic spike, it manages that load much more efficiently.
Way more efficiently. And because that H panel is all integrated, deploying WordPress takes, less than a minute? It feels so streamlined.
Okay, so contrast that with Bluehost. They're still using the traditional cPanel system, right?
Right. And often an older Apache and Nginx hybrid setup, it works. It's familiar to a lot of people, but the workflow is just clunky.
Just bouncing around.
All the time. From the Bluehost dashboard, then you dive into cPanel, then you have to go into your WordPress admin. It just feels like legacy software.
Which I guess leads us right into performance and the hidden details, the constraints.
This is what I call the nuclear detail, the thing the marketing never wants to talk about.
Okay.
Both hosts limit you. They have to. It's shared hosting, but they do it in completely different ways.
So with Hostinger, it's pretty transparent. You get what you pay for on those entry plans, and if you hit a CPU or a memory limit,
you get a clear warning. It tells you, hey, it's time to upgrade. It's a hard wall.
Whereas Bluehost uses that marketing promise of unmetered service.
Exactly. And instead of hitting a hard wall when your traffic spikes, what happens is silent throttling.
So your site just slows down.
It slows to a crawl. They degrade your performance to protect the other sites on the server. So while it feels less aggressive than Hostinger's hard cap, the result is the same. Poor performance right when you need it most.
Let's pivot to security and management. Hostinger seems to bake a lot of that in from the start.
They do. You get proactive malware scanning, automated backups, Cloudflare integration. It's all just part of the package.
And Bluehost.
Bluehost gives you the basics, like an SSL certificate. But for really critical things, like, say, daily offsite backups or a proper firewall,
they nudge you toward paid add-ons.
They nudge you hard. Things like SiteLock, CodeGuard. Suddenly, your cheap hosting isn't so cheap anymore.
And what about just managing things like DNS or email?
Again, it's that H panel versus C panel thing. On Hostinger, it's all clean and centralized. On Bluehost, those same features are often buried deep inside cPanel's old-school menus.
Now, to be fair, Bluehost has been around forever. Its ecosystem, the community, the documentation, that's massive.
It is, and that's a valid point. If you have some super obscure WordPress issue, you're more likely to find a forum thread about it for Bluehost. But Hostinger's community is catching up fast.
Okay, so let's tie this all together. What's the final verdict for someone listening right now?
I think it's pretty clear. If you prioritize modern performance, raw speed, and you want great value without needing to know a lot about traditional backend stuff,
you go with Hostinger.
Without a doubt, it's the winner for that user.
But what about that absolute beginner, the person who might panic and need someone to hold their hand?
For that very specific person who needs phone support and is maybe already familiar with cPanel, Bluehost is still a defensible choice. But you have to go in knowing that those renewal costs are going to be much, much higher.
That brings us back to that core marketing idea, the constraints. If every shared server has a finite amount of power and a company markets unlimited or unmetered resources on a cheap plan, you have to ask yourself, is that unmetered promise really for your benefit? Or is it just a clever way to mask the real capacity limits that will eventually hit you with performance throttling? That's the real question to think about.